What up, peeps? It's your boy Heckin Steve. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out RetroRewinder, another one of these reseller fellas. Saw this video last night. I think it was recommended to me, but man, let me tell you something right now. All right, first of all, he recorded it upright like a dingus. I guess because it looks better on the phones when you watch it. 10-minute video. Let's jump in and see what went down.
How you doing?
It would be better if it wasn't so windy.
Neat.
Oh, where's that at? I'm not from here.
It's like near, you know where Frankfurt is? It's
that
going
way?
towards Lafayette. It's north.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little, it's a really small town.
I'm like 2 hours north in Cedar Lake.
Really?
And those are $3.
Controllers?
So there's no selling any of this separate. You want it all together. It's $100 for the console and the games. I'd say that's probably. I mean, if
My son's and he's not here.
These are all your sons?
Yeah.
I would be interested in all of it, but $100's just a little high on that.
Well, you know, $100 is pretty high if you're looking to flip it, but I mean, if you want like a decent little pink DSi and a few games, I guess $100 ain't too bad. You know, all things considered. But obviously, this guy's not here to buy shit for fun. He is here to buy shit for money.
Yeah, if you could ask like what his bottom dollar would be, there's really only 2 games that are decent in there.
You're just gonna go right out the gate and be like, "What's your bottom dollar on this?" Like, come on.
Okay. He says 65.
That was
65.
Okay, thank you.
What's the screen look like on that?
These are normally pretty good because they're shut.
There's a guy I know named Chris, and he makes all these things.
Hi.
He makes some cool stuff.
Yeah, I even made a DeWalt holder.
Bitch, put that lightsaber down. You know you don't want to buy that. That'd be hard as hell to ship. What are you, stupid? You dumb? DDD?
Probably should have asked this while you had him on the phone, but there's no power cord for this.
Okay, let me.
So I'm not able to turn it on to make sure it works.
I don't know how many times I have to say it, man. But if you're a reseller and you do this all the time because this is how you make money, because you just want to be a piece of shit and you don't want to like actually contribute to society by like working at a place, you should have all this stuff in your car. You should have a portable TV, HDMI cables, charge cables. Like you can literally get a universal charger for like a DS, a DSi. I mean, it don't cost much at all. Like, you're not even investing in your business yet. You want everybody else to bend over and fucking take whatever discount you want to try to get off of them. Like, come on, man. Stop being a fuck ass here. This is some bullshit. I'm sick and tired of seeing these YouTube videos where people are, like, trying to film, oh, look how cool it is to buy stuff really cheap at a yard sale and flip it online for a profit and shit. But, like, you can't even take the time out of your day to go on Amazon or wherever the fuck and order some cheap-ass little cable so you can, like, be prepared for situations like this. Instead, you don't want to be prepared so that you can be like, well, I can't test it, so I have to offer you dirt for it. Fuck you. That's such a scummy thing to do. You're a piece. Look at that, bro. $7.99 on Amazon with Prime to order a DSi charge cable. You could have this shit in your car and you could test some shit. Or you could like plug it into the wall while you're there. Stop being a poor reseller. You fucking asshole, casserole, dick in the mouth, suck it hard. All right, this is a fucking joke at this point. So the son finally shows up and he brings out this tote of old shit. And we've got Pokemon Red in there. Well, of course there's Pokemon Red in there because it's such a common video game.
Now, the Game Boys are worth a lot, Jimmy. I know those are worth a lot, so hold on.
So you got the PS2 Fat,
Because the Game Boys,
PS2.
everyone wants. Let me see.
Actually,
Yeah, see the Game Boys? I'll put Game Boys views.
I used to have like all the attachments for them, and I have no idea where they went.
See, what's happening here is you're getting a lot of blowback from Mama here because she's trying to protect her son and make sure that he gets a fair, you know, price for his stuff. And these guys, you know, they do the opposite of that. They say this lady tried to ruin this video game deal, like she's some kind of evil person. When in reality they're the fucking evil ones here because they're the ones that are out here trying to lowball people so that they can like make a profit and shit. And we'll look at what they end up walking away with in a minute. But I just want to point this out. Every comment I've seen so far, wow, you guys are cheap as fuck. You give resellers a bad name. You ripped him off big time. Red alone is $50 to $60 all day. So what did he have to fucking say to that? He said, I gave an offer and he had the power to say no, yes, or counter. He looked up prices, so was aware of what his items were worth. Red could be with that much depending on condition, functionality, and state of the same batteries, which are all unknowns. Dude, I'll tell you right now, man, it does not cost much to replace a battery in a Pokemon Red. You can also just put it in a Retron, you know, just pop it in a Retron 5. The Retron will save on its own, so you don't even need to care about the batteries being screwed up in those things. You know, there's just a lot of parameters. One thing I have always noticed, though, with resellers is they always have some fucking rebuttal to any point that you make. They are never wrong because they're all narcissistic. Can't stand when the sellers don't do their research and then guilt trip you after the sale. We don't go search through. She was talking about it prior to the sale happening. Gotta love moms acting like they know something. She knew something was up. If this dude at the end, he says he profits and stuff, then yeah, I mean, she knew what was up. So what the fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiot? Here we go from old nuts here. Fuck resellers. What's your bottom price? Not because I want to relive my childhood or give it to my children, but because I want to resell it on Boomer eBay to make a profit. Damn, that's quote of the year right there, bro. All right, so I fast forward a little bit here. You know, we got ourselves a nice shot of some shitty hairy knees here. Sorry for that in advance, man. I do apologize. I wish people would cover their fucking knees up, man.
I gotta remember this as a kid. You ever play this on the computer?
No, I wasn't much of a PC person. We didn't have a computer growing up.
So what we've done here is we've nitpicked out everything that could be, you know, something that he could flip for money. We've got ESPN, NFL 2K5, Need for Speed Underground 2. We got Pokemon Red. We got some DSs in there. We got a PS2 Slim. I guess he said, fuck the PS2 Fat. I'll just take the Slim. And so how much is he going to pay for all this shit?
That's how I kind of became a seller. I was building up my collection, selling off doubles. That way I could fund stuff.
68.
Did you pick this up?
No.
Okay.
Of course, you don't disclose which one of these games that you want to keep and which ones you want to resell. So to him, he might think that you want to keep half of it. In reality, you're probably going to sell all of it.
Yeah, I don't want that.
68.
68.
So we're putting the best football game ever made. We're putting that away. So it's $68 for this. And are we still buying the DS and shit for $65 with all the games?
This is tough just because it's pretty rough.
Yeah, I had a sticker on it I took off.
Even if you sell it as a piece of shit, it'll probably still get you $30.
What about like... What about like $50 for what's right here?
So it was already a great deal, and you're trying to knock it back down to $50. See, that's the fucking reseller thing again, because he knows that Red can sell for $50. So everything else is fucking free. Dude, when people want to talk about yard sales being like, they shouldn't charge so much at yard sales. It's a yard sale. It's supposed to be a place where you get deals and stuff. Sure, get a fucking deal, man. I get it. But bro, we're talking about you're buying like 20 items and you're only really paying for one.
Let me check.
I mean, I looked at a lot of Game Boy games. They weren't high up there. I was expecting the red one to be, but...
Yeah, it's a good game, but...
It's in a case, or it's like the Emerald one.
Yeah. The Game Boy Advance ones are actually more sought after, and DS is actually getting up there too.
Yeah.
See, this whole like negotiation moment right here, where the guy thinks that Red isn't worth that much, he probably looked up current listings on eBay and saw some repros and didn't realize that were like 20 or $25. So he thinks that he's you know, kind of giving them a good deal here, which he is, but not for the reasons that he thinks.
So I'd be a...
And, you know, the reseller's going to play along with it because he's trying to win. He's not trying to fucking be fair or anything like that. This is all about him making money. All this stuff on the ground here, it's on the ground. It's on the ground because if he actually cared about it, he wouldn't put it on the fucking ground. He knows that he's not keeping any of this stuff. He's going to ship it off to the next asshole that pays him because they, for some reason, can't find it where they live. Probably because there's a million resellers all over the fucking place now. It's like ants, bro. Like, they're literally everywhere. But yeah, I mean, if he actually gave a shit about this stuff, he would never put it on fucking concrete ground. I know I wouldn't. If I wanted to buy a Slim PS2, I wouldn't want it to be on the ground. I wouldn't want any of that shit to be on the ground.
We'd be at 118.
We could just make it 120.
I'd be fine with that.
Good with 120?
Yeah. Noble 6. buddies go as.
So you paid 120 bucks for all that, dude. That's ridiculous. And that includes the Nintendo DSi and that little Halo gun that he showed off in the beginning of the video. That's fucking sad. You should be ashamed of yourself, and I hope that you quit making videos, because we don't need more people like this out here trying to influence people to do bad shit, because this is not a proper way to be a reseller. You are a piece of trash. But yeah, in closing, I just want to show this. Price charting has Pokemon Red right now for 62 bucks for a loose copy of that game. So whatever that dude at the yard sale looked up on eBay, he probably, like I said, saw a repro and thought that the game was only worth like 20 or 30 bucks, when in reality it's worth like $62. So basically he gave all that shit that was on the ground, he gave that stuff away for free, and the dude basically just bought this game. Yeah. I mean, you can't be mad at me. You can't be mad at me for calling scumbag resellers out for doing stuff like that, because like that's horrible. Like, you shouldn't be that kind of person, and you definitely shouldn't run a business like that, even though it's not a real business. I mean, that's kind of how they think of it. They're like, oh, I'm a reseller. I've got my own eBay business and blah, blah, blah. Dude, you're nobody. You're fucking nobody. You're just a guy with a bunch of shit in a room that you ship out through the mail.